Okay, so I guess you've heard by now. I know I'm a little late on this, but the Russians obviously influenced me to like Donald Trump. So I guess I can't think for myself. I had to have some Russian bots like implant a chip or something in my head to like force me to not vote for Hillary Clinton. So I guess I guess the cat's out the bag, right? I'm I'm so like the mainstream media just doesn't, it just never ceases to amaze me how low they stoop, like every time. Just when I think they can't get any lower, they can get lower. I'm just like, really, seriously? I don't really understand why they keep digging the ditch that they are, because in actuality they're the ones that are making people vote for Donald Trump and not vote for Hillary and not believe anything they say. It's this it's like this like groupthink narcissist like personality. It's like this hive mind narcissist personality that they have, where they can't admit that they were wrong, or they can't like open their mind and see that there are other people of color who don't who don't agree with their narrative. It's like when I'm driving around in Austin and people just, start assuming that I have very leftist views because I'm a black woman. It's really insulting, and the assumptiveness is just beyond, the arrogance is just like so astounding that it was comical at one point, but now it's just becoming insulting, because it's very and it's insulting and disturbing, because it just feels like, they don't even value you as a person, a human, a person that can have your own opinion and think for yourself. It's just like, oh, there's just no way that, black people could have voted for Trump. They must have been influenced, It's really racist. Like, seriously. I'm like flabbergasted and very I'm a bit at a loss for words, because I I've never even thought that, even when I had friends that were Republicans that were black, I never thought that they were like stupid or couldn't think for themselves. I thought it was a little bit weird, but I never just dehumanized them like that. It's dehumanizing. I don't really know what else to say, and this is just the type of, dehumanization and, polarization that's that's causing people to go to the other side, according to them, but they just can't believe it. They just can't believe it, I don't know. I guess it's a good thing, but at the same time, just the system of control is so deep that, as I talk a lot about on this channel, our family members and our friends are willing to believe them over over talking to us and seeing what our point of view is. I just gotten into an argument with an old friend on Facebook, and I guess she was on the Chute page, and I think what probably happened was she was subscribed to it and forgot it was my page. But I put up a video of a black woman, Grindall61, by the way. If you haven't seen his channel, he has really good video testimonies of Americans talking about like the complications of problems that with Americans and illegal immigrants. He has really good stuff. He talks about 5G technology and Agenda 21 and all that stuff. So not only does he talk about politics, he's like woke on another level as well. I like his channel a lot. But anyway, I put up this this video of a black woman talking about how she has to be able to learn Spanish now to get a decent job, and it's really disturbing, and she's just going off. So my friend who is Latina like writes me this whole like long old paragraph, like 5 paragraphs, and about how this is insulting and how this is racist. And she was like, the term undocumented, illegal alien is an insult within itself. And I was like, girlie, that's the legal language. Illegal alien is actually the legal language. So if you can't, you know, it's really your interpretation. Like, that's you being like butthurt over, you know, an interpretation of something, because it's a euphemism that's used to make people think that being illegal is okay, and it's not. And I think she's illegal. I don't remember her status, because when I was a kid, I didn't care, and I really don't even care to this day. But because so many people have come and have started to take advantage of the system, you know, now it's a problem. And the fact that, you know, I'm not even mad at them, because if I were in their shoes, I would be doing the same thing, okay? Like, I'm mad at the lawmakers. I'm mad at these leftists, all these people that are letting this happen, and that don't care about Americans, and don't care about us, right? They're putting them first. They're now Cal grants and grants that are going for illegal immigrants over Americans. You know, that shouldn't be happening. I don't care if people come to this country that want a better life, but the Americans that live here, they have to come first, okay? Like, they do. And, you know, the whole, like, adage of, oh, well, you know, the Americans are spoiled and stuff. And, you know, I think there is some truth to that. But there are a lot of Americans that aren't spoiled, and they aren't hardworking. And I really hate the fact when people are like, oh, you know, they're hard workers, and they get, I'm like, I'm a hard worker. A lot of people here are hard workers. You know, Diamond and Silk was saying, like, you know, we're dreamers too. Why are we getting the short end of the stick? Americans are very generous. We give away a lot of money to other countries. I didn't even know this until this election, but I was like, wait a minute, we give away a lot of aid to other countries, and they still come here. And we still let them in. And we still, out of all the countries, so not only aid, we, out of all the other countries, we also give the most visas away. And it's hard to get a visa, I've heard, to work here, but we also give the most away. So it's very competitive, you know? So going back to my friend, we got into this whole, like, she left me this big old, like, long, like, you know, diatribe. And it took me an hour and a half to write her back and answer her questions, but I did. And then she was just like, she wrote me back again, and I was like, I don't even have time for this. Like, I didn't have time the first time, but I wrote her back and my friend, but then the second time she wrote me back, she was like, you sound like a racist. I was like, yeah, really? It's me. It's Verstine, your friend that's black. Like, really? I just turned into a white racist overnight? And she was like, well, I'm, you know, before I answered to that, she's like, I'm interested in keeping the conversation going. I was like, I'm really not, because you're just running on emotions and not logic, you know? And, you know, I told you what I think. You know, I feel like I'm reasonable. Like, I'm not even like, you know, send all the dreamers back. You know, if they don't have a criminal record and they're doing good, I don't have an issue with them staying here. But the Americans have to come first. I'm for them getting, like, permanent green cards or maybe visas. You know, I'm not saying that you have to, like, drag them out the house and kick. I don't think that's going to happen. A lot of people think that's what's going to happen. Like, they're going to be dragged out kicking and screaming on the street and just, you know, being thrown to Mexico. Or, you know, I keep saying Mexico just because they're closer, but wherever there are a lot of immigrants from different races, but different countries. So I'm not even advocating for that. I don't even think that I'm harsh. I think I'm reasonable. But in order for us to, you know, like, how dare we say we have, you know, we're, like, illegal immigration is an issue. Like, we can't even, like, state that. You know, and it's getting to the point because we're being ignored. It's creating this tension. The mainstream media definitely is doing that because they're not allowing this side to be shown, and they're not allowing these conversations to happen. And on top of that, they're saying people that are black that say, you know, that complain or, you know, that aren't pro their agenda has been influenced by Russians. So, I mean, now they, you know, can't you see the resentment that this is causing? You know, how much hate, like, I hate them so much. They're such horrible people. I think I'm gonna make it through this video without cursing. I almost did. But they're horrible people. They're horrible, horrible people. I just pray that in my lifetime, we see them come to justice and they're exposed, and, you know, we can start having these conversations, because what they're doing to this country is a crime against humanity by lying to people and omitting information, and by lying by omission and manipulating information and manipulating narratives. So anyway, that's what I'm going to say about that. All right, guys. If I make a video before Christmas, Merry Christmas. I think I'll make a Christmas video, though. We'll see. But I just want to say Merry Christmas anyway. All right, guys. Talk to you later. Peace, juice, and love. Bye-bye. Mwah.